Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, today I would like to tell you a historical story based on relief in Selomangkleng cave. You must be curious, right? So listen to the story. Once upon a time, there was a giant named Niwata who wanted to rule the kingdom of Batara Indra. Niwata giant couldn't be killed by demons, but Niwata could be killed by human supernatural powers. So, Batara Indra was looking for a human who had the ability to help him kill Niwata. From the selection process by Batara Indra, Arjuna was chosen. At that time, Arjuna was meditating in Indrakila Mount. But before Batara Indra asked Arjuna for help, Batara Indra tested Arjuna first, so that Batara Indra was sure that Arjuna was able to kill Niwata. Batara Indra tested Arjuna by sending 7 very beautiful angels to seduce Arjuna to stop his gaze. "My handsome prince, why don't you come to me?" said the one of the 7 angels. But the 7 angels' efforts were in vain. With sad and annoyed faces, the 7 angels returned to the kingdom of Batara Indra and reported the failure of these women to Batara Indra. Batara Indra felt happy and was increasingly convinced that Arjuna was able to defeat Niwata. Batara Indra was curious about Arjuna's purpose in his meditation. After Arjuna finished his meditation, Batara Indra came down to the earth and disguised himself as a grandfather. Then he approached Arjuna at his resting place. He was greeted with respect by Arjuna, and after they chatted until Arjuna said his reason to meditation, namely to help his brother named Yudhishthira to reclaim his kingdom and prosper its people from Kurawa. So Arjuna pleaded with Lord Shiva in meditation in order to get a weapon who had the supernatural powers to help his brother regain his rights. After Batara Indra knew Arjuna's reason, Batara Indra immediately returned to the kingdom of the gods. And he thought that Lord Shiva would come to see Arjuna. At that time, Niwata knew that Batara Indra would ask Arjuna for help. So Niwata sent Devil Mukha. And Devil Mukha approached Arjuna and disguised himself as a wild boar and messed up the forest. Arjuna was shocked, and then he tried to kill the pig. And at the same time, Lord Shiva, who was already knew how well Arjuna performed in his meditation, Lord Shiva disguised himself as a hunter isolated from his breadfruit. And at the same time, Arjuna and Lord Shiva released the arrows, and the arrows become one. So they disagreed and stopped their fighting. Arjuna almost lost. However, when Arjuna grabbed his opponent's leg, the hunter's figure immediately disappeared, and Lord Shiva appeared before Arjuna in the figure of Ardhanarishwara, half male and half female on the Padma flower. Lord Shiva also gives an unbreakable arrow named Pasupati. When Arjuna gathered with his brothers, there came a messenger from Batara Indra, who was half god and half human, who gave a letter to Arjuna, in which Batara Indra asked Arjuna for help him to kill Niwatakawacha. After Batara Indra explained the problem, Arjuna was willing to help him. Arjuna was ordered by Batara Indra to find out the weakness of Niwatakawacha. So Arjuna sneaked into Niwatakawacha's kingdom with Suprabha angels. And then Suprabha angels pretended to seduce Niwatakawacha by praising how great Niwatakawacha was. And Niwatakawacha unconsciously said that his weakness at the tip of his tongue. And after knowing this, Arjuna came out of hiding and messed up the Niwatakawacha's kingdom. And then Arjuna took Suprabha angel back to the kingdom, and Arjuna reported the weakness of Niwatakawacha to Batara Indra. Niwatakawacha, who was furious because he had been tricked, launched an attack on Batara Indra's kingdom. Then there was a very great war in that war. Arjuna lured Niwatakawacha from behind by preparing himself. And Niwatakawacha sorted off these troops, and Arjuna released the arrows, and then the arrows entered Niwatakawacha's mouth. Niwatakawacha then died. And the troop from Niwatakawacha left the kingdom of Batara Indra. The gods were very pleased of Arjuna. So he was given a gift in form of the throne in Batara Indra kingdom for 7 days. 7 days on the earth was the same as 7 months. The first month, Arjuna married Suprabha, and the second month, Arjuna married Tilotama, and followed by the other 5 angels. After 7 months ended, Arjuna begged Batara Indra to return Arjuna where he came from, and Arjuna's request was granted, and Arjuna returned to the earth with his brothers again. At the end of the ArjunaWiwaha stories can be found in relief in Selomangkleng cave. Of course, there is message and value in that place. Everything that's done passionately and sincerely will get the result that exceeds the dreams. I am Lolita Diva from Senior High School 1 Kedungwaru. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.